What up you guys, my name is Allyn, they call me Lena, and welcome to my channel. So for today's video, I am here with another first foundation thoughts, and the foundation I will be talking about today is the Maybelline New York Superstay Full Coverage in the shade 310 Sun Beige. So you guys already know the deal. Without further ado, I guess we can dive right into the video. Hey guys, so you guys already know I prepped my face, did my brows, and started on my eyeshadow. And for today, the foundation that I will be using for this video is the Maybelline New York Superstay Full Coverage. This supposedly has a 24-hour wear, and I picked up the shade 310 Sun Beige. So you guys, to start off, this is what the packaging looks like. The top has a plastic top, and this kind of has like a matte-like feel. The bottle is glass, and I love how simple the graphic for this is because I don't like anything too crazy. I like it straight to the point. Also, in the back here, it has kind of like the barcode, and it has the shade number and the name of the shade, and it claims that it has a full coverage foundation. Well, this is a full coverage foundation. It's up to 24-hour wear. It has a seamless matte finish. It's breathable and comfortable, fade and transfer resistant, oil-free, doesn't clog pores, and dermatologist tested. And then they have it written, like, I think in French, and then in the bottom it says, you know, where it's made from, Maybelline, of course. And yeah, this is how the packaging looks like. So before I get into, trying out the foundation, I just wanted to let you know that this foundation actually has 16 different shades. I'm here in the Ulta Beauty website, and this is actually the first place where I saw it on sale. However, I did actually purchase this foundation on Amazon Prime because it was sold out online, and I don't really buy stuff on the Ulta Beauty website. I just prefer to go in person. Plus, this is $11.99 on ultabeauty.com, and this was actually only $9.99 on Amazon Prime. So if you have Amazon Prime or have Amazon, I would definitely, pick this up because it is a couple bucks cheaper. I did visit some CVS's, Walgreens, and Rite Aids, but I haven't seen anyone carry this foundation just yet, which is why I just purchased this online. I know that I am 310 Sun Beige and the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, so I decided to just use that as a shade reference. However, as I mentioned, there's 16 different shades, which I think is pretty, decent. And also for the price, I think it's pretty decent as well. I feel like drugstore foundations usually cost an average of $10 to start off to $15, so it's not much of a surprise. However, looking on the shade ranges they have online, I do see that there's a lot of light, a lot of tan, but not so much of the deeper tones. I know I've watched a few reviews about this, and a lot of people have claimed that they used to sell this foundation, and a lot of people love this. However, they discontinued it, and then they were super excited that this came back. I personally have never tried it when it was like out a few years ago, but now that I saw this and people raved about it, I decided to give this a go. Now, for the moment of truth, I'm going to open this and show you what it looks like. So right off the bat, I love the fact that it comes with a pump. I just feel like drugstore brands need to keep up. Like, I feel like they're really getting in with it in terms of like packaging. Like, packaging is super cute, and they're going with the trends. However, I think one thing the drugstore kind of lacks on is like applicators and pumps. But I do love the fact that it comes with a pump, and now I'm gonna try it out. So first, I'm actually going to use a mixing palette today and just kind of pump it. I pump so much. This is literally like 5 pumps. I probably don't need that much. But I'm going to now use this kind of brush to, spread it all over my face, and then use a beauty blender or beauty sponge to blend it out. So right off the bat, as I'm, just applying this foundation on my face, this doesn't have a scent at all. Like, usually I feel like the one thing about drugstore foundations that a lot of them do have is that they have this distinct scent that smells like, I don't know, plastic, or smells like not like pleasant to apply. So now I'm going to use a beauty sponge, my bad, and just spread some of this off because this claims that this is a full coverage. And if you can see from my camera and I'm looking here, this definitely has a very good coverage. As you can see how I first applied it, I literally just used like a kind of like brow brush, like I'm so weird, but a brow brush to brush on the product versus dotting it. And as you can see how much it's covered my face. I will say that this kind of has a like pink undertone, but then again it's the shade Sun Beige, so usually anything with the name beige has more of a pink undertone. I feel like in my end it looks a bit gray, but I think it's like tolerable. However, I will say it does match me a little well. It just looks a little gray in my end, but I mean I'm gonna put bronzer and concealer and things like that to help it match out. By the way, this is from the first layer. Like, you guys saw me literally apply this on my face. I haven't applied a second coat just yet, but I definitely will say that this covers very, very well. I mean, I could tell this starts off as like a medium coverage, but this is definitely buildable. But so far I do like the coverage of this. I just think, you know, it's a little pink, but I'll work with it today. And now I'm going to apply a second coat. So this is actually 2 layers of foundation, but I'm going to go off camera really quick to apply my concealer, my blush, my bronzer, my highlighter, and all of that jazz, and then show you guys the final look. So you guys, this is the final look. I forgot to mention it, but as I was applying it, I felt the foundation on my skin. I would definitely say like it was like feeling a little demi matte, if that makes any sense. However, I wouldn't completely say it dries out completely matte, because I've tried really matte foundations, but this does dry out semi-matte. So in case if you were wondering, in terms of the color, I think it's a great color. I was a little worried that it will dry out or oxidize a little bit pink, but I was able to work with it, so that's a plus. But for now, it is 11:13 at the moment, and I'm going to show you guys a close-up of how my face looks like. In the meantime, for today's wear test, I'm going to see 1, if the foundation comes up on my forehead, 2, how my T-zone looks like, 3, overall how it pretty much stays on my face. But for the most part, I do like it at the moment, but we'll see. As I mentioned, it's 11:13, so I'm going to try to wear it as much as possible. I mean, I'm not going to wear it for 24 hours because, to be honest, I don't wear foundation for that long, and once I get exhausted, I'm going to take it off. But in the meantime, I'm going to show you guys a close-up on my face really quick. So you guys, this is my face close up. I did want to show you guys really quick that I am breaking out a little here, so it does show texture if you have any texture on your face, so please be aware. I am warning you now, but it doesn't really bother me because it's like kind of in the bottom, and I'm actually kind of glad the thing that it didn't catch was my dry spots. Like, I have so many dry spots around my face, but you can't tell. I don't know if it's the way I've been moisturizing or if it's this foundation, but so far I really like it. In the meantime, it's 11:13, and I will update you guys in a bit. I'm gonna clean up and then run some errands, probably get lunch or dinner, I don't know, but in the meantime, everything is looking good so far. Hey guys, it is 4 o'clock and I'm here with a mid update of my face. As you can see, I can tell this foundation did oxidize just a little. Also, I just realized this shade is more like of my summer shade, and since I've been indoors so much, I can see why my face looks a little tanner, but it doesn't look like bad. But I do notice that my face looks a little bit tanner, but I know that in the future, if I really want to use this foundation, I could just use a lighter concealer and brighten up a little more, so that way the foundation like doesn't look too dark, if that makes any sense. Also, I will say this foundation claims that it is a matte foundation, but I personally would disagree. I don't know if it's my skin, but as you can tell, I look really dewy. Not that it looks like a bad thing, because I look like I have glowy skin, but I would not consider this as a matte foundation. I definitely look glowy, and usually like around this area I'm dry, so for the fact that these parts of my face look glowy, it says something. I will say, however, in terms of my T-zone area, it's only a little oily on the sides here, which I'm pretty surprised. Usually I oil up a lot around my nose area, and this is my face without me blotting just yet, but I will blot right after this shot. But in the meantime, so far, my thoughts of the foundation, I like it so far. I personally prefer a matte foundation, or matter foundation, if that makes any sense, but I'm not mad at this at all. Like, I definitely like how much it glows. But yeah, in the meantime, here is my mid update of my face. Hey guys, so it's 10:45 right now, and I've had the makeup on for over 11 hours, and this is what my face looks like. So as you can see, all the makeup is in my forehead. My nose is pretty oily, and I noticed a little separation on my chin, but overall I still think the foundation does look good. I will say though, like, if I did do a little touch up, the makeup will look fine as I applied it when I first applied it. So really quick, I'm actually going to blot my face. I have the blotting paper prepared right here, and you can see right off the bat, it looks pretty good. I mean, as you can tell, my highlight is still on. I still have my bronzer there and my blush. And overall, I think the foundation looks pretty good. Based on my wear test, you guys already know this is my T-zone, and these are more of my drier spots on my face. I will say this foundation isn't for someone that's oily. Even though this foundation claims it's like supposedly long wearing, oil free, and mattifying, I think it's quite the opposite. Just because like overall throughout the day, as you guys noticed from the check-ins, like I got really dewy and glowy, which I don't think it's a bad thing because I didn't look like a grease ball, I just look glowy. I think this foundation would be great for someone that has dry skin, because I noticed like throughout the day, like it did start off like semi or demi matte, then throughout the day like you kind of build up this natural glow, which I think looks so nice. But I definitely would say this is not a matte foundation at all. So overall, in terms of my thoughts of this foundation, I do like it. I definitely would try this again, even though this isn't a mattifying foundation, and I'm actually more used to the mattifying foundations. Like, I prefer the whole matte foundation. I'm not gonna lie, I can't really complain. I really like how this looked throughout the day. It gave me a natural glowy look without looking like a grease ball. Like, it looked pretty good, and I definitely would recommend it. My last comment about this is, one, this isn't a mattifying foundation, as I mentioned, so if you're oily, I probably wouldn't recommend this, unless if you're just oily in your T-zone. Like, I think that's not a big deal. But if you're really, really oily, I wouldn't recommend this. I would definitely recommend this for more of a drier, skin. Also, in terms of the shade, 16 is not that bad to start off with, but I hope in the future, if they do keep this line, they do extend the shade range. But overall, I definitely am excited to use this again. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my first foundation thoughts video of the Maybelline New York Superstay Full Coverage Foundation in the shade 310 Sun Beige. If you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Leave some love down below. Of course, if you guys have any suggestions of any foundations I should try out, also leave it down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and click that notification button so you guys can be notified to see whenever I have a new video up on my channel. Also, Also, if you have any social media, I have a Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram, and all my social media handles are all Allyn Bernardo. So I'm going to end this video on a good note. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys have a good day. And yeah, until next time, it's been real, and I'll see you soon. Bye!